Okay, what is the most top topics about when people get married and they get together? You're so smart. No, it's not that. And it's not the other stuff. It's about how many children are they going to have. Baby boy, baby girl, you name it. So they get down to do the babies, right? Okay? Alright? And after 9 months, baby boy, baby girl comes out and it's all happy, right? But not in every case. Sometimes there are complications. And one of those complications is autism. And as you can see, autism or autism spectrum disorder, ASD, as we're going to call it during the presentation, that's what we're going to talk about today. So probably you know somebody who has autism, either family or friend. So this is why today I'm going to talk to you about autism. And first, about that. Second, about the signs and symptoms. And third, how can we help the autistic community with their problems. Okay, so what is autism? Okay, which means, like we talk about, autism spectrum disorder is a developmental disorder that appears within the first 3 years of life, affecting the brain, normal developmental and social and communication skills, and this is according to the National Institute of Health. What causes it? The medicine world still don't know. It's unknown. The thing that we know is that it's linked to a abnormal biology and chemistry in the brain. This according to the US National Library of Medicine. So how many children have autism? And as you can see, one of 88 children in America have been diagnosed with autism. One of 54 boys and one out of 252 girls. That means the ratio between boys and girls is about 4-to-1. So how is that the children are diagnosed with this disorder? Okay? Like I said in the beginning, the first signs appears between what age?
1 and 3.
1 and 2, right? Since they were born until 3 years old age. So who do you think is the first person to see the signs and symptoms?
The parents.
The parents, of course. Naturally, the parents know how a normal behavior for a child is. And when they see those signs and symptoms, they take their suspicion to the pediatrician, and the pediatrician do some tests, and that's how they get to the diagnosis, okay? But some of the signs and symptoms are, they don't smile a lot, and they don't have that joy that you can see in other babies. They don't imitate you. If you say ah, they don't say ah or yay, yay. Okay. They don't do gestures, like they don't point. Okay. And they don't reach or they don't say bye bye. That's by about 12 months. They don't say a word by 16, or they don't have a meaningful 2-word phrase by the time they're 24 months. But with the advancement of medicine, what it was weird 40 years ago, we now can probably say that it was autism back then, because back then they don't have that kind of advancement. So at that time they go, oh, this guy is weird. Oh, they don't get too close to them. Okay. Now, by the way, you know that more kids will be diagnosed with ASD than cancer, AIDS, and diabetes combined. But the money that is allocated or taken to those funds is less, or taken to the ASD funds is less than all those three combined. Therefore, what can we do as a society to fight this disease? Okay, so there are many organizations like autismspeaks.org, and their slogan is "It's time to listen." Okay, there are many private and public organizations that are doing research in helping families with ASD. But the disease is not given the necessary attention and resources. According to the National Institute of Health, $69 million are given annually for autism research. That only represents 0.6, not 6%, 0.6% of all the budget for the National Institute of Health. Now we, as a society, we always been giving money to different organizations. And this is no different. Autism Speaks, through the foundation, we can give money. And also you can go to different social networks like Facebook, Twitter, okay? And they also accept donations. Also in your handouts, like we explained really before the presentation, you can find also more information. Now, just think about all the people that you know, and you are helping with this donation that you or your parents or your friends are about to make. By donating that money, you are making me very happy, and also you are making Isaac really happy. You see, when Isaac was a year and a half, I noticed some stuff and some signs and symptoms of the ones that we talked about, and he didn't smile or he didn't point, and he did, and we took him to the doctor, and he was diagnosed with ASD. It's exactly PDD, that is a sub condition of ASD. Now you see, there's no cure, and maybe it will never be one. But we can help Isaac and other children to have a normal life and be part of society, and hopefully we don't call it a weird like they did 40 years ago. Thank you very much.
That was amazing.